Autobots, transform!
So what's going on, guys and girls? It's Mirage, and we are back with another figure review. Now, this is going to be a double figure review, mainly because I don't feel like making two separate videos for the characters. But today I went out and bought Legacy, hold on a second, Legacy Chase. I mean, I only got Chase, though, because he is, in fact, one of my favorite rescue bots. Yeah, and I also got Game Series Sideswipe. Which, hang on a second. There we go. Sorry, I gotta move them back a little bit. But yeah, here they are in the robot modes. They're pretty cool. I honestly do dig the way these two look. But enough about Sideswipe, more on Chase. So, Legacy Chase is honestly a good figure. He really is. But, let's see. As far as articulation goes, his arms pivot here. He's got a little bit of a butterfly joint due to transformation. His arms could go back if these panels were not here. But because they're here, you know, I mean, his arms can sort of go back, but like barely clear it. They can almost do like a full 180, almost. Let's see. His feet pivot from side to side. His ankles pivot as well. These little headlight pieces here due to transformation, but I'll show you in transformation. These also move as well. Let's see, his head is on a swivel. Can go full 180. Make it look up and down that far. Let's see, the wheel spin, you know, as rolling things should. Yeah. As far as accessories go, separately coming in the package when you get him, he doesn't have these doors. He has these like lights pegged into his doors. But yeah, these and his energized weapon these also came with it as well. Anyway, these and his weapon came in a separate packaging. But these is his claw mechanism here. Actually, you actually had to tab these into this. So, yeah. Now on to Sideswipe. Game Series Sideswipe. I kind of wish that these were like right here somewhere, but it's whatever. Cleans up very nice. Looks really good. I like it. I really dig it. The red is so much brighter, although for some reason the camera isn't really doing it justice. But I don't like his feet too much. I mean, they look cool, I guess, but not really too much. Anyway, oh yeah, one other thing. Chase's wrists also go in that far as well. Anyway, articulation. I know a lot of people have been wondering where where the articulation is on my videos, because I don't ever do it much, and so I've decided I want to start doing it again. Anyway, as far as articulation goes, his arms go a full 180. Because of the transformation, these butterfly joints go down that far. And then let me just tab that back in place. Hang on. His legs also bend as well. Same with Chase's legs. They also bend. They rotate. Same as Chase's legs. His feet, however, they do go forward due to transformation, but not back. His feet are not at all on a swivel, because this is just one big chunk of plastic with a hinge on it. Hang on a second. Sorry, I had to stand up my camera for this dude. His head can go full 360. Well, it's kind of hard to do, but it works. Into his back here. And this does go up and down. It also, I move this out of the way. It also does rotate full 360. It does come off. It actually comes off packaged. Does rotate full 360. This you know, mainly due to transformation. Comes down and also is on a double hinge. Now, one of the other things it tells you to do with Sideswipe's weapon, which looks pretty freaking awesome, there's a hole in it. Because you're supposed to take his left arm and just... Hold on. Any Sideswipe fans, cover your eyes. Or don't, whichever. In the instructions, it tells you to pop his arm off. And the reason for that is because the hole in his arm here pegs into his left arm here. Now, me personally, if I do this right, hang on. Me personally, I mean, that looks cool and all. I just don't really like it. I mean, okay, it looks cool. Don't get me wrong. But, like, you know, if you have to freaking take his arm off just to make his gun, it's kind of pointless. So here's what I found. Okay? So you can tab his arm back on first. Hang on. It's a pain in the tailpipe to do. There we go. Almost. Hold on. There we go. So what I actually found out with the Game Series Sideswipe is there's actually this tab that he has to let it tab in a vehicle mode at the bottom. Well, believe it or not, that's actually small enough to house it in his hand, so he can also hold it in his hand if you so choose to. I mean, it's not the tightest connection, but it works. So yeah, it works. And plus, it's easier, you know, than having to take his arm off, you know, potentially popping this out of the freaking socket. But, yeah. So, in all honesty, we're going to be studying... Alright, let's get down to transformation now. I'm going to be starting off with chase. So, hang on just a second. First thing you want to do with chase is you want to... Chase is kind of complicated. I mean... Sideswipe's even more complicated, but this is kind of complicated almost. So what you want to do, this is me personally, what you want to do is take his arms and just fold them up so you get clearance. Next up, come to his chest plate here and just open this all the way up like that. Then pull this over and have it, just leave it like this for right now. And then rotate the arms. Okay, hold on. Rotate the arms up by bringing them down. Just like so, on that rocker right here. There's a rocker. Next up, come to the legs. Push them. Oh yeah, they also bend. Take the foot here and take the heel. Press it in. And then fold the heel out. Hang on just a second, like that. Next up, this part's kind of hard to do, but open up the side tires here. I call them side tires, but yeah. And now with the articulation I was talking about earlier, his headlights are actually on a swivel, so they go forward, up and down. That's about it. But yeah, next up, take his headlights and go up and down. Now this part's kind of hard for me. It never stays with me, but take his foot and push it all the way in, and it's supposed to tab into the bumper, or form the bumper right there. That's where it's supposed to tab. Mine is a freaking pain in the tailpipe to do sometimes. I usually just leave it like this. I don't ever actually like try to force it. Okay, and so now you should have one leg with the wheel facing down. So you should have one leg and make it look like a giant boot almost. Same as the first. Boom, boom. Pull it out, just like so. Push the bumper inwards. Hold on just a second, just like so. And now you've got, well, essentially, you've got two giant boots. So now what you want to do is you want to tab them together. Hold on a second, I gotta resituate everything. Hang on. So there we go. Now there's two connections in the middle of the legs here. But first, you want to take, yeah, actually do that. And just tab it back in place, just like so. Just tab it like that. Next, on my copy, my front end never wants to stay tapped in properly, as you can tell here. You can see right through it. Mine doesn't want to stay properly, no matter how hard I squeeze it. But yeah, and then that's pretty much the front all done. Next up, this part's kind of weird. You want to take this entire section here and pull it forward. So just pretty much just fold Chase in on himself. But before you do that, take his head actually and rotate it 180. Hang on. Come on. I keep wanting to call Chase Prowl because I've also got a Prowl figure that I did a review on as well. Next up, come to the roof section before, and you want to close it. Hold on. It's hard to do with one hand. Hang on. There we go, just like that. And then you just want to make sure you push the roof underneath the light bar, and it'll just sit there like that. Now you want to fold it up into everything, just like that. Collapse it all in pretty much. There's a slot here and here, and there are tabs here and here as well that they will tab into. And there are slots in the arms here and here, and there are tabs in the windows here and here, and those will basically just sit there. But before you do that, you want to make sure everything's lined up, which it is. Anyways, take the back section of the car and just pull it. It's like it's on a double hinge, so make sure you just pull it and snap it into place there. Take the door here and just tap that into place. Hang on. This part's really hard for me to do. I hate doing this part every time. And I got these figures today. I transformed them at least twice. Actually, no. I transformed these guys once today. And then I'm transforming them a second time today. I hate doing this part so much. Okay, well, that'll happen sometimes, but I've seen most people take this figure and just do that with the freaking doors, and then you can just try and close it up, which I doubt that'll work, but you know what, if it works, I guess, but I'm gonna try it out. Oy vey. Hang on. Okay, now what you want to do, after you get everything situated almost, or pretty much, now what you want to do is take these side panels here, which are sticking up like this, which kind of give me that like DeLorean door kind of vibe. Anyway, these will just slide into here, hold on, like that, and that'll pretty much even up everything, just like that. And voila, there you go, you got Prowl in his vehicle mode. Now, like I said previously, these will not come, these will not go, these will not come on the vehicle. So, you will have to equip them to the vehicle. And another cool feature is if you take these claws out, which they're a pain in the freaking tailpipe to do, you can actually stick them in the ports of these lights on the sides, which is pretty cool. And this claw here, it can either go here on the vehicle, thing you can do, or it can go here on the vehicle, or it can go on the back right here, like that, or like this. You know, it's your toy, you display it however you want. But yeah, there's Chase in his vehicle mode. I don't know why I keep wanting to say Prowl, it's Chase. Now, overall car design, I will admit it is missing some paint. I will admit. But overall, it's not that bad of a car mode. I really do enjoy it. Now, if you want my honest opinion, though, about this vehicle, I get it's non-copyright vehicles, but, like, this dude in freaking Transformers Rescue Bots, he is a Mustang, or resembles a Mustang. The only thing they got right about it were the taillights here, which they also did not paint. But this looks more, to me, this looks more like a Challenger, Dodge Challenger. It also gives me more of like that cliff jumper kind of vibe with these side exhausts. But overall, everything cleans up pretty nice underneath. Pretty good vehicle, I would say. I like it. Now on to Sideswipe. And you know what? Camera's not fixated right now because we're going to be working on his legs first because they're the most tedious. Alright. First thing you want to do is come to his feet here and just pull them towards you. Then you want to come to this panel here, and it's on a ball joint, so just rotate it around. Sometimes mine gets stuck. So just rotate it around, just like so. Next up, you want to come to the back of the vehicle, or robot. Open these panels up, just like that. And then take these little side fin pieces here and just pull, make sure they're rotated upwards so they're facing that, so that the points are facing the thighs. And then now what you want to do, hold on a second. Now what you want to do once you got all this, you want to come to the chest here, just pull it towards you. It's on a double hinge, it's on a few hinges actually. There's 1, 2, and there's a third one in here. Just, there you go. Next up, come to this little fin thing here, back here. And move this out of the way first, hang on. Yeah, you want to move this out of the way so you actually have clearance, rotate it. And then just have it like that. Now you're gonna come to the chest here, split it, and then flip his head in. Just like so. Come on, Jazz, not Jazz, sideswipe. Sorry, Jazz and sideswipe have similar vehicle modes, okay? They have similar vehicle modes in Fall of Cybertron and in War for Cybertron. Okay, now what you want to do is you want to come to this, just make sure it's like that. So bring it up on this hinge here. And now you want to take, like I said before, that double hinge. You want to make use of it. Attach it here and here. And take this piece and just line it. It's not going to tab anywhere, but it will line up right here once you get it to the right spot. It'll just sit there most of the time. Now you're going to come to these side hinges here. Pull these little gray pieces up right here on the shoulder pads. Then on that double hinge right here, go in there and straighten it all out. And don't tab anything in just yet. At least not yet. Rotate the forearm, fold in the fists. Same as the first. Rotate the forearm, fold in the fist. And now you can tab everything all together, which on my copy is kind of a pain to do. There we go. I'll tab these two gray sections together. Then come to these wheel panels here and just unhook them. Oh, fudge. That wasn't supposed to happen. Alright, whatever. Just unhook these wheel hinges here. And that'll just stay like that. Okay. Now come to the back fin thing here, and you just want to let it rest on top of that for right now. Now come to the legs, and you see how the legs were hollow before? Hold on a second. See how the legs were hollow before? Well, it's because the thigh is going to go inside these leg canals here, so you just want to do that. Oh, wait. First off, you want to rotate the waist. Sorry, I keep forgetting to do that. Hold on. I forgot to do that the first time I transformed it, too. So you want to pick his legs together, and then you want to fold in, then you want to fold in his thighs, or his, legs into his thighs. Don't fight me. Don't fight me, sideswipe. Come on, man. Don't fight me. Do not fight me on this, man. Fun fact, actually, I was on the hunt today for Decepticons and not Autobots, because I've already got way too many Autobots, but I figured a few more Autobots couldn't hurt, right? Anyway, also another thing, there are some pegs here and here, which will go into slots right there and right there. So when you're transforming him, just be weary of those tabs, because they will get in the way a lot, or they'll snap off completely, which is what happened to one of my friends' sideswipes. So 50% done. All right. Let's see. Oh, fudge. Okay, let's see. Hang on a second. Okay, I figured out why it wasn't working. One of the main reasons is because these weren't tabbed in. Another main reason is because I forgot to mention there are tabs in the forearms, which will tab into the waist section right there where my finger is. And those tabs are freaking tedious to line up, dude. Trust me. I had trouble transforming it the first time. And now, resituate everything that came undone the first time. Okay. Now, take this panel, if it fell backwards, and just pretty much just fold it up. Actually, don't fold it up. Have it like that. That looks a lot better. Now, then you want to do all this. There's a tab there, and a slot in the foot here for said tab. And this part really gets on my nerves every time. Or not every time, but like, you know, this part gets on my nerves. I freaking hated doing this the first time. Okay, now, just make sure everything's pegged in properly. Come on, sideswipe. Don't fight me on this, dude. Do not fight me on this, man. Oh, come on, dude. Why don't you collapse? I don't know why his thigh isn't collapsing into his thing here like it's supposed to. There we go. Then we just want to fold that piece back up. Situate that red thing again. And then fold it, make sure everything's lined up. Just like so. That's how you want it to look on both sides. And then you want to tab this thing into here. You know, just behind the wheel. But that alone is a pain in the tailpipe just to do. Okay, one side done, let's do the other. All right. Alrighty. All right, don't fight me on this side swipe. Here we go. Again, tab, slot. And again, there is a tab on the forearm right there, behind my finger, or in front of my finger, sorry. And then there's a tab in the door that it'll actually tab into. And then that will get hooked behind this fin thing right here. Just like so. Hang on. I forgot to do that. All right, I gotta tab that in first. And then sometimes you just gotta fiddle with it until it all lines up. It's really annoying. There we go. All right. I want to take this red thingy here. Come on. There we go. And just tab that all together. Just like so. So now it should look like this in the front. Now, all that's left to do is to take this whole front section here and just, it'll tab into, there are tabs here, and there's a small tab here, and here it'll tab into, and there's a tab here, which will tab into his head crest right there. So yeah, and then that'll just snap into place. And there you go. You got Sideswipe Cybertronian Sports Car mode, which in all honesty, I dig this mode the most out of Sideswipe. I dig this mode the most. I love the silver racing stripe. I love, okay, to be honest with you, they should have made the Autobahn insignia black because it blends in too well with the red. Anyway, I love the black painted windows. That looks really cool. Gotta make sure everything's all lined up. Tail lights could have definitely been painted on here. That would have been nicer. The Autobahn insignia on the back here looks pretty cool. And this is actually accurate to the game. And I know because I've played the game before. Anyway, it cleans up pretty nicely underneath. It does roll fairly well. This kind of reminds me a lot of Bumblebee movie Wheeljack, which I also have and did a review on as well. There's a nice silver chrome, there's a nice chrome bumper. And there's a nice grill in there too, with some silver on the outside, or sorry, some gunmetal gray, I think. Some red outlining around the rims and the wheels. Looks pretty nice. I like the wheels. And the wheels are all on a pin, so they spin freely, which is really nice. And then this entire section here kind of looks like a, if you would like to imagine anyway, it looks kind of like a piston system inside the vehicle. You know, make it like as like if it had like an actual engine in it. I like these fin spoiler looking things on the back. That's really cool. And then in this port here, there's a port in the gun which I used to hold his hand, you know, for his handheld earlier. And then this will just basically just tab into there. Sorry that I'm stuttering so much. I'm just tired. I had a long day. Anyway, so that'll essentially just tab into here. Fun fact, this piece, when you get Sideswipe, this piece is actually packaged separately. Like, it's in the box with Sideswipe, but it's not on the figure. You actually have to do that yourself. But basically, just take this tab here, and that'll just tab into that slot right there. It's a pretty snug tab. There we go. Oh, hold on. And there we go. There's Sideswipe as vehicle mode. Now, I'm not entirely sure what gun this is supposed to be. If I had to guess, I mean, yes, I've played Fall of Cybertron and both War for Cybertron, but I don't remember what gun this was. I think this is the X-18 Scrapmaker. I might be wrong. Any Transformer, any like Fall of Cybertron Transformer fans in the comments, please correct me. I have no freaking clue what gun this is because I don't remember seeing this gun in either game. So, yeah. But yeah, there's sideswipe and, you know, chase, and there's vehicle modes. And yeah, without further ado, this is Mirage signing off. Bye guys.
Rider.